quick, and then we'll go ahead, get in the cars, and the chief will pull out. I'm going to have Mr. and Mrs. Jackson are going to pull up, get right behind me, and then everybody just follow in line. Put your hazards on, and just stay together as a pack. You know, we have the escort in the front and in the back, so that should keep us all together. Now, granted, Chief Zebley told me to tell you this. If you come to an intersection and you see somebody flying down, stop. Don't get hit, you know. But, you know, basically similar to like when you see other escort processions, just keep your hazards on, headlights on.
Keep tight, so try
and
not to
keep
break
tight,
anything.
yes.
Through red lights.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
red light stop signs. He plotted out a course that takes us through the minimum amount of that stuff. So,
Stay on the car in front.
yeah, I just want to thank everyone who came out today for the first Ride for Hope. I want to thank Haley's parents, Kevin and Christine, for coming today and sharing their daughter's memory with us. I also want to thank Brookhaven Police Department, Chief Zebley, and Officer Duff also for leading us on the third leg of this ride into Swarthmore, which is Haley's hometown. On this ride, we will be going through Haley's development. The street is called Bryn Mawr Avenue, and that was her street. That's where she lived. So we're going to go by her house. So when you see us turn on to Bryn Mawr Avenue, I just want you to know that's where she grew up. Just over a year ago, you know, I witnessed a tragedy that involved a young woman who I didn't know at the time. And in the days to come, I would learn her name, and her name was Haley Jackson. When we witness a tragedy of such magnitude, we generally do one of two things. You know, we either put it out of our mind and just forget it that it ever happened, or we dwell on it, you know, and we wonder how we could have made a difference in some way to prevent these things from happening in the future. So I chose the latter. I came to know the Jackson family, and I came to know Haley through them and the memories of her that they shared with me. She was a great human being. She was an outstanding athlete, field hockey, track, cheerleading, to name some. On one of my visits to the Jackson home, I saw her medals hanging from a postboard in her room, and there was well more than I could count. She had a competitive spirit, not that any of you would know what that's like. She was determined to be the best at what she did, and she was also a kind and welcoming soul at the same time. If you were the new kid in school, she would probably be the one to sit down next to you at lunch and make you feel welcome there. She was a peacemaker. She just wanted everyone to get along and have a good time. She lit up rooms wherever she went, as is evidenced in the many photos and videos of Haley throughout the years. Haley's story did not end on October 28th, 2019. It took a different path, but it did not end. Haley continues to shine her light in this world through us. From small random acts of kindness done in her name, to outings and events to further mental health awareness, such as what we did today. To a foundation being built in her name that will reach out to kids who are struggling in the darkness. Haley's good works in this world are far from over. At the end of the day, when we all go our separate ways, we will all take something with us from this ride. She is with us today, right here, right now. Her spirit rode with each and every one of us today, and her spirit will stay with us in the days to come. Every time you do a small random act of kindness in her memory, you will feel her there. Her memory will live on in all of us, and she will never, ever be forgotten. Thank you all.